I'm Tom Busby, CNBC. McDonald's now facing sexual harassment charges and complaints from 25 of its own workers, some as young as 16. They include allegations of groping, indecent exposure, propositions for sex and lewd behavior, all by McDonald's supervisors. A terrible day for some traditional department stores. Sales and profits nosediving at JCPenney and Kohl's last quarter. Shares of JCPenney down 7% today. Kohl's down more than 12%. And after the bell, a big earnings miss at Nordstrom sent shares of that retailer tumbling. Elsewhere on Wall Street, though, stocks rallied today, led by the tech sector. That's after the White House backtracked on its ban on doing business with the Chinese telecom giant Huawei, at least for 3 months. The Dow today shooting up 197 points, the NASDAQ up 83. And General Motors has a new feature that will not allow its vehicles to shift into gear until the driver's seatbelt is buckled. It's aimed at teens who don't buckle up. Tom Busby, CNBC.
Around here, everyone knows you need the right tool for the job. It's the difference between orders filled and orders missed, between return customers and product returns. That's why I order from Grainger. With over 250 local branches, will-call product pickup, and a time-saving mobile app, it's easy to get it right. When it comes to getting what you need, when you need it, Grainger's got your back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bungalow, apartment, flat, farmhouse, fort, lodge, cabin, cottage, chateau, palace, shack, crib, condo, shoebox, duplex, manor, mansion, McMansion, hutch, hut, pad, shanty, villa, castle, cave. No matter what you call it, a realtor knows how to find you the perfect home. We're more than an agent or app. We're trusted professionals serving you, your family, and community for over 100 years. That's not just what realtors do. That's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
California headline news. Rallies have been held across the country today to protest new restrictive abortion laws being passed in several states. In West Hollywood, Mayor Pro Tempore Leslie Horvath spoke.
8 states and counting are trying to deprive American women of our fundamental right, our constitutional right, to privacy.
Horvath said those who support the laws are invading the lives of women. Stanley Randall of Los Angeles has now been charged with 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter. He was driving a truck that struck and killed 2 girls, ages 12 and 14, last month. Randall told investigators he didn't see the girls. The future of PG&E remains uncertain as state lawmakers decide what to do with the company now that it's in bankruptcy. Senator Jerry Hill says now that CAL FIRE's put the blame for the Camp Fire on the utility, fingers being pointed at senior leadership.
They're the ones that have made the decisions to compromise safety, to divert money from safety and maintenance and operations to profits and bonuses and incentives.
Steve Clausen, California News.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
No matter if the market is up or the market is down, Phil Grandy and his Phil's Gang members prepared for market volatility and making profits.
Cisco in April, we're up 4%. We just got in that in April. Lockheed Martin, we're up now 7%. Facebook, we bought April 9th, we're up 10%. Morgan Stanley, we're up 11%. WLL, we bought April 1st, we're up 19%. And let's take this year, the spiders, the S&P 500, we are up 16%. Apple, we're up 26%. Railroad, CSX, we're up 17%. And at the end of the day, when the market keeps going up and up and up and you're in that market, you're never out in time. You ride it all the way back down, especially with your 401ks. Let's change that today. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Let's change it today.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
Miss your favorite show? Download the podcast at kcaaradio.com.
Welcome to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Take a walk on the wild side. Will the birds and the bees survive? Right before me, my newfound hippie side. Once ignored these conspiracies online. Out the window, visions of the earth. Sign me up now, make sure you use your smart. Take a walk on the wild side. Will the birds and the bees survive? Would your children ride to see Mother Nature's side?
Welcome to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Welcome, everyone. This is Smart Health Talk Radio Show, and we're so glad that you're listening and tuning in, and we hope that you're going to stay with us for the whole show because we got some great information here for you that you're not going to want to miss. And we have some incredible guests on as well that from Organic Traditions that have a wide array of different products. And what I love about their products is that these are the kind of products that you want to have if you like being disease-free, staying alive, want to have energy. I mean, these are the foods right here. These are the foods that give your body life because they have life in them. And so when you put them in your body, guess what? It does all kinds of great things. And so we're going to be learning about some of these new products that maybe you have never heard of, but they're actually berries and plants from around the world that other cultures may have been using for hundreds of years. And we just never heard about them because they're not growing in our backyard. They're growing in their backyard. And so they've learned about all the great things that they do. And we want to help educate you so that you could take advantage of some of these things, and maybe they might change your life for the better. You know, everyone's different, and you have to find what works best for you. And these products are what we're all about. When we say we want you to get more nutrition bang for your buck, this is the kind of stuff that you want to invest in, because it's giving you so much. Where so many products that people buy, they give them hardly anything as far as nutrition goes and healing power, the ability to fire up their energy source. This is just not in most of the food you're eating. As a matter of fact, they're probably taking away from all those things instead of giving to and contributing to that ability. And these products are great for inflammation, and any of you have heard of inflammation and how dangerous it is and how that can lead to so many different diseases. You could be using these products here, which are also extremely delicious, okay? So I want you to stay tuned for all that. We're going to do a really quick announcements of in the news, and then we're going to get to our guests, which I know Allie is one of them. I'm not sure what her dad's name is. So we're going to find that out. She's here with her dad. These are the people behind Organic Traditions. Okay, first of all, Blue Monarch Project. Unfortunately, I've not seen one monarch. I have a friend that gave me some eggs. I'm not sure if they're going to hatch or not. I'm asking everyone out there, please, no weed and feed. Please, no pesticide. This is unbelievable. We had monarchs last year, like a month and a half already. I'm really upset. The fact that we're not seeing any monarchs, it's a sign. It's a sign that we're doing many things wrong. And these weed and feeds, rat poisons. If you go to bluemonarchproject.com, you can read about what we're doing with the monarchs, but there's also a link on there to all the pesticides used in San Bernardino County. And you can see it is a shocker. And go see what they're using at our schools and at all around our homes. And I'm also asking people, if you think you have termites, you're going to do a tenting, please choose orange oil over Vicane. That's a chemical weapon. It hurts your neighbors. It hurts plants. It's just shouldn't even be released in our neighborhoods whatsoever. It puts our children and other high-risk people, it makes them vulnerable and puts them at risk. Okay, now we do want to congratulate California for saying no to chlorpyrifos, which is a brain-destroying pesticide that we try to get rid of on a national level, and Trump allowed it to continue to be used after he took office, made by Dow, but Hawaii, New York, and now California is saying, no, we are not, our children's brains are too important. We have other alternatives. We're not doing it. A new study came out about birds in Finland and the IU. The birds are just disappearing. And they're linking it. They're finding out that when, we're using all these pesticides in agriculture, no more birds. What they found was that organic animal farms benefit birds most. So just another reason to support organic farming, which broke all records, by the way. It was like $50 billion in sales. People want pesticide-free food, and they should. Who wants poison in their food? And then we're putting it in the environment too, and look what is happening. Okay, I did see a great product on Shark Tank. It is called BAT, B-N-B, and that's all one word. And it's just this really cool flat wooden, it's kind of flat on one side, and then it has like these kind of cubby holes in it, and it's all wood, and it looks really nice. It doesn't even look, you wouldn't even hardly see it if you put it up. But if you don't want mosquitoes, do you want to spray pest poisons to get rid of mosquitoes? I mean, they eat something like 1,000 mosquitoes or 10,000 mosquitoes per hour, just some incredible amount, or per minute. It's mind-boggling how many mosquitoes bats eat. And you wouldn't even know that they're there, And I really encourage everyone to buy one of these bat B&Bs. I think they're fantastic. It's a great way to get rid of mosquitoes, and bats are our friends. They just do so many great things. Let's support bats, everybody. Get a bat B&B. Now, not only are the birds disappearing, but bees are disappearing as well. They're all gone. They're practically gone in the whole eastern part of England. And they're saying climate change and pesticide is the reason that the bees have vanished in eastern England. And this is a place that has huge diversity and used to have all kinds of bees. 17 types of bees gone. There are many more at risk. And in 3 months down in Brazil, 500 million bees were killed. Brazil is using some of the worst pesticides, illegal pesticides. And that's where a lot of the meat comes from for fast food. And it's factory farms down there. I mean, and what are they feeding the animals with these pesticides? And then that gets in the fat, and then you eat the meat. So I would not recommend that. Okay. Now we have an organic program, and we have people that are out there checking. Unfortunately, some fake grain got into the system. One farmer's being fined he was trying to put $140 million worth of grain in. He's going to lose about $130 million that he's going to have to forfeit, and he's looking at 5 years in jail and a $250,000 fine. It's like we need to test this stuff. We need to make everything accountable. because people are buying organic. We want it to be organic. We're working on getting a report from Dave Chapman on what's going on with hydroponics in organic, which is something we definitely do not support. And there is a court case. We're trying to stop it, and we want to get a report from him. Okay, that's kind of our In the News segment, and please go to Blue Monarch Project, everyone, and buy milkweed and plant milkweed. We're selling milkweed on the website, so you can buy it right from us. We'll get that to you. Okay, let's get to our guests. We have Alexandra Mamlader. I'm not sure if I said that right, and I think everyone calls her Allie. I'm going to check that too. And she's here with her father. And we're going to find out all about them and all about organic traditions and all of these new and exciting foods from around the world that you may have never heard of. They could do incredible things for your body and your health. So let's welcome Alexandra, Allie, to the show. And I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself because I don't know what your dad's name is. Can you hear me?
Elaine. Yeah, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Great, perfect. So yes, thanks for the introduction. My name's Allie, and I'm the Director of Business Strategy at Organic Traditions. And then I'm here with my dad, Jerry, who is the founder of the company. And do you want to tell them a bit about yourself?
Well, I became health conscious around the age of 40, and that was about 38 years ago, or 28 years ago, I should say. So I'm turning 68 in September. So I've been at this for almost 30 years now and trying to eat more health conscious, and through my own efforts to improve my health, I founded the company and have been working on it ever since. And here we are, fast forward, and thrilled to be on your show.
Well, you look fantastic, Jerry. I tell you, you can tell that you're really healthy. And if anyone wants to see Jerry, you can go to kcaradio.com and you can tune into us live and watch our video. We have them right up here on the screen. And you can also go to KCAA Radio channel on YouTube, and we're streaming on YouTube as well. So please tune in and watch us live. And this podcast will go up on iHeartRadio after the show, and our video will stay on YouTube. So you can search for that, Smart Health Talk. All right. We've decided that Jerry looks fantastic. And so I think that healthy eating works. And that's why I'm here promoting this company, because I believe in their products, and I believe in their philosophy and what they're trying to offer people, because this is the food. This is the kind right here. I'm telling you, these are the kind of foods that I want to get in your body. And so I want to learn more about them myself, because some of these are new to me as well. So we get to learn together today, and this is going to be really exciting. So, Jerry, you got this company started. What were the products that you started with?
Well, way back when?
Yeah, way back when you started the company. What were some of the first things that you had?
Way back when I started the company, some of the first things I had were digestive enzymes. Mm-hmm. I used to really talk about a foundational cornerstone program, which was enzymes, probiotics, green superfoods, and the right multivitamin, multimineral. Essential fatty acids are another kind of leg of the stool. And that's kind of a foundational program. And ideally, people would get that program in as much a whole food form as possible. And I was, over the years, I was the importer and distributor in Canada for both Garden of Life and New Chapter, both, huge brands.
Yeah, Garden of Life was purchased by...
And so was New Chapter.
Mm-hmm.
New Chapter was purchased by Procter and Gamble.
Yeah.
And that was when I left. That's already back, how many years now? 6, 7,
More.
8 years?
I would say closer to 10.
10 years. Wow, the time's flown by. And we always had our own brand, kind of like the poor cousin. But when we left from New Chapter, we really kind of decided to put some time and energy into our own brand, knowing that really building other big brands, there's really no future in it, and that this way, at least we have something for legacy and something for the future. So,
and I think you also did it because you were really, strict on quality and supply, and you wanted to bring something out that you really believed in and that you could have full control over from end to end. So
that's exactly what I thought, Allie, when I was listening to him. I could tell.
Being humble, but he loves to create new products. So a big part of it was that for this brand, he would have full control, and he could create things and source them and meet the suppliers himself and travel around the world and grow it the way that he wanted to grow it in a sustainable way. So I think that was a big part of it too.
What was, I think, the most important was that I knew that I wanted to be an organic company.
Mm-hmm.
And being a certified organic company is not easy. It isn't,
and the reason, one of the main reasons, profit margin. When you're competing against other companies that have a much cheaper quality product and offer a cheaper price, that's hard to compete with a higher cost.
We're doing, like, if you look at goji berries that are organic and goji berries that are natural, the natural brand looks good. It's hanging on the shelf, and there's no mystery why it's $2 or $3 cheaper for the bag. But
I think it's hard. It's difficult to be an organic company for that reason, from a price standpoint, with the customers walking in the store, and maybe they don't know why organic is the better choice. So it's hard to operate that way. But it's also hard because we really have to maintain that organic certification. So that means we're being audited all the time. That means we're auditing our suppliers all the time. That means we're sending things for testing, double testing, triple testing. So it's hard also just from an internal standpoint to maintain that quality, but that's something that's really important to us. So it causes a lot of headaches, but we stand by it, and we know why it's important.
Yeah, and why is it important to you? Why is it important to you, Allie and Jerry?
Well,
the organic standard, to keep that quality of organic. Why is that so important to you?
It's more because you need this more than ever, because the world is more polluted than it was 50 years ago or 100 years ago. It's not your grandfather or your great-grandfather's world. So you need more herbs, you need more spices, you need more superfoods, you need, more protection, more probiotics. There's more stress in the world, there's more, there's more light, there's less sleep. So things are challenging. So at least
people work more
on the food front. It's good to have some support.
And so as you did your travels, Jerry, and you started learning about these different foods from around the world, where certain ones must have really stuck out to you as kind of a superfood that was giving people that more nutrition bang for their buck, because for each calorie that they're consuming, they're getting a lot of nutrition packed into that single calorie with these type of foods. Is that correct?
Well, the calorie is more on a macro nutrition level, and a lot of these foods are delivering more micro nutrition, especially greens like barley grass juice or oat grass juice or alfalfa grass juice or any of these grass juice powders. They're not really high in calories, but they're very high in minerals.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, low in calories, high in nutrition.
Sell We sell dried apricots at the same time that you can throw into a blender as an alternative sweetener. And, unfortunately, some people eat the dried apricots right out of the bag, one after another. That's not really a good, use of the apricots or their metabolic, health. So if you throw 2 or 3 into a blender with a lot of greens, you've got your sweetener instead of using dates or honey or anything else.
And you have your vitamin A, which is really critical, and that's hard for people to eat to
vitamin
get.
A, vitamin K.
Tons of vitamin K in all the greens.
So our greens are juiced. They're not just dried grass. There's a lot of brands out there that sell dried grass, and it's kind of a joke. Because if you went into a juice bar and somebody gave you a plate of dried grass, you'd walk out.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You can get away with it. You can get away with it in the supplement industry and put it into a bottle or a container. It says wheatgrass and barley grass, and it looks good. But it's just dried grass. It's never been juiced.
So I'm on your website right here. Where is where are these dried grass juices that you guys sell? Where is that located?
A perfect example would be under the greens category. If you go to greens and you go to the Super 5, so this is a blend of 5 different grass juice powders that are juiced and then turned to powder. So you're actually getting that juice just as a powder. And, people are super intimidated by greens, but surprisingly, they have a very mild, almost sweet taste. They're really, really palatable if you just add it to coconut water or some lemon water, and it's like getting an instant green juice without spending $10 at a juice shop or standing in line, and you're really getting a ton of vitamins and minerals in that sense, and not a lot of calories if that's what you're concerned about. But the more important thing is it's really going to wake up your entire brain in consuming that much grass juice powder in one small serving and getting such a high dose of nutrition in one small drink.
I love that, Allie. Wake up your brain. I love that. How many people up there need their brain woken up? A lot.
It is. We've given it to people just to test, and they come back like 5 or 10 minutes later and say, I feel so sharp right now, like I can focus, like I'm awake. It really works.
It's full of B vitamins. It's full of B vitamins.
It's like putting on an oxygen mask, and you turn on the oxygen, and you feel like you're totally alert and awake. Our grass juice is really amazing. We get
I'm here on the website on it right now, and I was curious on what the 5 different grasses are that are in there.
That's all in one blend, and then we sell them individually. We sell
what are the 5 grasses in there?
The 5 grasses in there are wheat, oat, barley, kamut, and alfalfa.
So that's a great way to get all of those in.
Those are all juiced, and then the juice is slow dried at cold temperature. And it melts in your mouth. You can put, like Ali said, it's actually sweet. It depends how much water you mix it with.
Yeah.
You can make it very light by adding more water and a little bit less powder, and gradually you get acclimated, and every week you add a little more powder. Eventually you can just eat it out of the bag. It becomes so
I can't wait to
delicious.
try it now. And you've really got me wanting this right now. And as a matter of fact,
it's better than coffee.
You can add it. You can make it as a drink with, like I said, lemon water, coconut water, and just drink it as a juice. You can add it to any smoothie just to get the greens in. Let's say you don't have fresh spinach in your fridge or romaine or whatever greens you're typically adding, kale, whatever. You can just add a tablespoon of this instead. You're going to get the same thing, if not better.
This is organic, Allie, and like when they just came out with like the ones that had the foods that had the most pesticides in it, kale was number 2. So all these people are eating kale in their blenders when it's full of pesticides, and your green mix has none.
I never eat kale or spinach in my blender ever. If I ever eat kale or spinach, it's really well cooked, really well steamed.
Because of the nutrient, the phytic acid,
because of the anti-nutrients.
And so by this method right here, you bypass that problem.
Yeah, it's fully absorbable to your cells and in your system, the nutrition you're getting from the 5-grass juice powder.
You know, we tried to make things easy for people. It's like the new latte line that we've got.
Oh, yes, I have those right here.
The turmeric, the beet, the chocolate with ashwagandha. I mean, those are all instant. So all you have to do is add hot water and the powder and stir and go. You can take it, drink it in the car, drink it, you know, at the office, drink it on the work, whatever you're doing. And there's a lot of other latte products on the market that just, they're just spices. I've tried to do this in such a way that we've added the organic coconut milk powder, just a little pinch of coconut sugar, and so it's instant, just hot water, and it's creamy and it's delicious.
Because summer's coming up, so they taste really refreshing and really good on ice as well. So you don't have to make it hot just because it's a latte.
So just like mix it up at room temperature first and then add the ice? Is that the best way to do it so that it dissolves in the water?
Exactly, yeah.
Or you can even use one of those little mixer things, I suppose. I have the lattes right here, and it says right here that you can add cold water or warm water, so that's perfect for summer. And so many great flavors too. And one of them is matcha. Why don't you tell people? Some people don't realize, because we're not Japan. That's pretty traditional from Japan, with the special tea ceremony and all that. But we want to have matcha in our diet for the reasons on what's in the tea. I don't know if the Japanese think about that, or they just love to drink matcha tea. It's such a superfood. Why should people want to have matcha in their diet?
So there's a number of great reasons. A few of them being matcha is wonderful for anti-aging. It's full of antioxidants. So matcha is really the most pure, strong form of green tea. And everyone knows green tea, but they just know like a regular, Tetley tea bag. But matcha is really that strongest, purest form of green tea that's going to provide a ton of antioxidants. And the reason why people should care about antioxidants, of course, is because that's linked to anti-aging. And there's studies in Japan that show that the Japanese population is handling anti-aging much better than the rest of the world for various reasons. And matcha and other parts of their diet are a huge part of that. The other reason why matcha is great to consume is that it's going to provide a lot of mental clarity and energy, but it's not going to give you a crash. So this is something that's perfect as a coffee replacement. It keeps you feeling very zen and very focused throughout the day, and you don't crave another one, but you don't have a crash in energy from it. So it's going to be just uplifting and energizing without the feeling that I need another one or I'm going to crash, and you need to keep drinking them throughout the day.
Okay, I don't know what you just did, but the sound got better. Yeah, the sound kind of went out a little bit, but we got it. Yeah. So
the magic of matcha is that nature put in the theanine, as Ali said, that keeps you mentally focused and relaxed, along with the caffeine, which gives you a little bit of a lift and a little bit of energy. So at the same time, nature puts counterbalancing compounds in the same plant to maintain the body in a state of homeostasis. So why is matcha so phenomenal, and why is it exploded all over in popularity? The matcha is said to be 10 times more antioxidant than regular green tea. And so why is that? That's because with regular tea, you're throwing away the tea bag or you're throwing away the tea leaves. With matcha, once you whisk it into that cup, you're drinking all the tea and you're consuming the tea into your body. So it's much more powerful than just dunking it as an infusion and then throwing the tea bag away.
And then what you're getting in the format of the matcha latte, just to kind of put it into perspective, is you're getting a premium grade matcha, but you're also getting it mixed with coconut milk powder and some other spices and flavorings, and then so you just add water to that, and it's giving you that caffeine, those antioxidants, and it's really easy because you just add water. You don't have to have a special matcha whisk or know anything about tea ceremonies or anything like that. So it's very accessible, and you can just make it hot or cold. And
so you've made it so anyone can have it at any time.
I love adding. Most of these I'll do hot in the morning in a mug and just sip it. This morning I had the turmeric. It was just great.
The other thing is with the lattes, we've added Bacillus coagulans, and that's a probiotic strain. It's the probiotic strain that's the most easily digestible for the largest number of people, and it's heat and shelf stable, so it can go into this latte product and it's safe to consume, and so you're getting 1 billion live probiotics per serving. So that's just a little bit of value added, some extra boost for your immune system and for gut health that you're getting in the latte. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And I did listen to a TED Talk today about a lady, she's a doctor and she had MS, and for 10 years, she couldn't even walk. She was in a wheelchair or with canes. And when she started adding a large amount of B vitamins, like in your grass drink, because that was so good for helping to build the myelin sheaths around the nerves in the brain, which are compromised with MS. And she walks. She's like, riding horses on the trail. I mean, she does like all these things that we would do now when she was in a wheelchair. And so these foods that you're offering here are exactly the foods that she was saying. And the omega-3s, you guys have products with omega-3s as well, right?
We do.
And that was the other thing that she was stressing, along with seaweed for the iodine. And you guys you offer products for that as well.
Well, we have a product that's actually very high in omega-3 that's a vegan product called ahi flour.
Oh, really?
That's 4 times more absorbed than flax or chia. And flax and chia are both excellent and very high in omega-3. But this is 4 times more absorbed because you don't need that extra enzymatic step at the end to convert the ALA into EPA. Mm-hmm. So this is a very strong pro-EPA product for pain, for inflammation. And it's a vegan approach instead of taking more fish out of the ocean, emptying the ocean faster. Because if the ocean is emptied, then the planet collapses.
Yeah, I know there's just more and more people. How are we all supposed to stay healthy? And so we've already taken too much.
Plant-based approach to an omega-3 solution.
There are so many, like I look through here and there are so many words that are new to me, different powders that are new to me.
You mentioned B vitamins, and we have a product which is truly very powerful that's high in not only B vitamins but also in E vitamins. All the tocotrienols, all the tocopherols with a lot of B vitamins, and that's our rice bran and germ powder, which you can find under the Natural Traditions.
Because the germ is where the vitamin E is in the grain, but like so many products now, they take the germ out because it shortens the shelf life.
Well, that's true, because usually this product is fed to people in India that are extremely sick, but it goes rancid quickly.
Right,
because it's high in fat. But this product, the lipase is deactivated, so it's stable for a year, even up to 18 months.
And what's that called again?
It's called rice bran and germ powder. We call it basically what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's sold by other companies, multi-level marketing. It's so miraculous. It's, you could line up 100 bottles in the health food store for what's in that powder. Every B vitamin, E vitamin, gamma, oryzanol, all kinds of beta, alpha, gamma.
And actually, it has a very neutral, pleasant taste.
Tastes delicious. Tastes like baby food.
You can really add it to anything.
Tastes like pablum. Has a great taste.
You can add it to like baked goods or like vegan desserts.
It's
smoothies.
cheap. I think it's like $11 or something for the bag. It's
actually a great place if someone's looking for something they can incorporate easily and they're not used to eating health foods or superfoods, but they know they want to make a change. It's an inexpensive way to boost nutrition and to test something out that's a very neutral flavor, so you don't have to worry about, am I going to be able to keep this down or like this? So that's something interesting to look at for people who are just getting started and want a really accessible superfood to start testing out.
This is stabilized rice bran and germ. So this is very, very powerful for people. That very powerful healing medicine. B complex and E and all the E's.
And you're right, Allie, because some people, they don't realize just how toxic their bodies are. I've used products that would be like a fiber product, but it was a really strong fiber product with another herb in it, and I was throwing up on an empty stomach if I took that because there were so many toxins just in my stomach. It was just trying to get it out of my body. And when you start with some of these superfoods, sometimes it's good for people to start slowly. Like you said, the rice bran would be a good start because that's going to help get your body started. It's going to help cleanse some of those toxins out with the fiber in the bran, because it will help to connect with it and get that out of your body.
It's very low in fiber, though.
Oh, it is low in fiber.
It is very low in fiber.
It's not really...
It melts in your mouth.
It's not meant to be a detox product or something that you replace a typical detox aid supplement with.
You feel it when you take it because it's replacing all your B vitamins and your E vitamins. The tocotrienols in there are very, very powerful.
Yeah, and what I meant more was that it's so overwhelming, I think, for people who are trying to get into living a healthier lifestyle and they don't know where to start. And there's 100 things you could take, and you could go into a health food store or Whole Foods and see so many different products. But I think if you just focus on the foods you're eating and then picking one or two key supplements where the benefits that they claim to provide speak to you, you can just start with that. You don't have to take hundreds and hundreds of things, and then you can kind of slowly build it up because you're not going to be able to absorb everything at once anyway.
Yeah, I love that advice, Allie. And actually, that was going to be my next question, was like shopping on your website. like how do you recommend? Because I'm looking through here, and there's like so many interesting things that I see. Some of them I know what they are, some I don't. What would you recommend for someone coming to your website for the first time and maybe they don't know that much about some of these products? How would they start shopping for what they would want when they come to your site? Now, you gave a great recommendation of one product to start, and then of course the grass juice. That was, I would think, another good product to start with. And then how do they look through here and decide what's good for them? What's good for each person?
I think the way we set it up, there's a couple different ways to look for what's best for you to start with or what to work with. So there are a lot of resources there on our blog where we talk about highlighting different superfoods or different topics in the wellness space. So I would kind of look through that. But just if I could recommend one third thing, not one specific product, but
and this is organic traditions, everyone.com is the website we're talking about.
If there was one category of products that I would say start with, it would be the smoothie mixes. So we have a selection of probiotic smoothie mixes. And so again, they have the Bacillus coagulans in there. They come in a variety of different flavors. And if someone, again, is just getting started with living a healthier lifestyle and incorporating superfoods into their life, these are pre-mixed smoothie mixes that it's a blend of ingredients. So you're getting chia and flax in there. You're getting different fruit powders with antioxidants in it. There's a greens flavored one with turmeric. So there's, I believe, 6 flavor profiles of the smoothie mixes. And I think that's a great place to start because you can basically add that with anything that tastes good to you and you're going to get a number of benefits. They have fiber content. They have a little bit of plant-based protein that you're getting from the hemp and the chia and the flax. You're getting that omega-369 from those. They taste great. So that would really be what I would chocolate flavor. So chocolate and coconut, and that one has cacao in it and coconut. And then we've got a tropical flavor. So that's lucuma and baobab. So that one's a bit more sweet and citrusy tasting. There's a berry flavor. So for anyone who loves to already just make kind of like a berry profile flavored smoothie with frozen blueberries or strawberries or something like that. Obviously using berries in your smoothie is the best option for fruit because it's a lot lower on the glycemic index. So you're getting a lot less sugar in your smoothie. Because as much as we love to promote smoothies, I think there's a bit of a misconception out there that just because you're having a smoothie, it's healthy. And it is. But you're still getting a ton of sugar if you're filling it up with fruit. So there's those 3 flavors. There's also a greens flavor with turmeric. And then there's a cranberry probiotic flavor as well. So all of them have slightly different benefits depending what you're looking for, but they're really accessible places to start to find a way to implement a few different superfoods every day by using one product.
And what do you recommend people mix them with? Just water or?
So ideally, I would say use like a nut-based milk, like an almond milk. Throw in maybe half a cup of frozen berries and some greens, like some romaine lettuce and ice, and that's enough because this mix has all those other components like your protein, fiber. You're getting micro and macronutrients by adding this smoothie mix in, so you don't need much else. At that point, it's just about what kind of texture.
So romaine lettuce, really? You put that in your smoothie?
So I put romaine lettuce
okay.
in my smoothie. I can give you my smoothie recipe for the one I make every day, but I put romaine lettuce because my dad convinced me that I shouldn't be putting spinach in my smoothie. Can you explain why?
Because of the oxalic acid and the other compounds that are in spinach.
But what does that mean?
There's anti-nutrients in a lot of
raw
plants
greens
and greens that need to be cooked and steamed or blanched or.
So as much as we love raw food and organic like superfoods, there's certain things that your body just can't absorb the nutrients or break down properly when you eat it in its raw form. So he convinced me and then I did my own research and I found that there aren't any issues with breaking down romaine lettuce, but spinach, which I used to put handfuls of it in my smoothie, your body can't absorb the nutrients and
you may end up with kidney stones.
Yeah, that's what I was going to add because of if you're prone to those, then the spinach can definitely, raw spinach can add to that.
It depends if you know your genetic profile and you know your SNPs, you know your genetic defects, then you can also know whether you can metabolize those types of plant materials.
But you would say that generally you tell people
generally
not
speaking, to have it. There's things that need to be cooked and boiled and some things that can be eaten raw.
And then, the coconut also has some good essential fatty acids in it. That you guys have, like you use the coconut powder in the lattes, and that has a good fatty acid in it too. It has the medium chain fatty acids.
That's right.
It also makes them a little bit filling and satisfying.
Very creamy, very smooth, very sweet.
And then vegan as well, so they're non-dairy.
It's 100% vegan product, but
Everything is vegan.
you would think you're drinking a milkshake, and you only have to add water. If you add a little less water, you can make it so rich that it's just. I'm adding more water because it's too rich for me. So everybody can do it to their own taste, you know. But the beet we launched recently, that was really a big hit. Beet's really trending. Nitric oxide.
So beet really opens up your airways.
Oh yeah. What is the benefits of the beets?
3 kinds of
What are the
beets.
benefits of the beets? Just generally
It
first.
improves the nitric oxide for
So
athletics,
cardiovascular health.
cardiovascular health, yeah.
And their beet is just known for being really great for endurance. So
Blood
there's a lot of
cleansing.
athletes that use beets before and pre and post workout to really help open the airways and improve performance.
Does it
So
help
it's great.
carry oxygen throughout the body, kind of like hemoglobin, or is it assisting the hemoglobin?
I think it does improve oxygenation.
Because I have noticed, just even from taking really deep breaths, that like some of the things that I was doing, that when I started taking deep breaths, it like pumped up the reaction of what was going on in my body just exponentially, just by taking really deep breaths, you know. So it showed me how important, why athletes do all that blood doping, but also, you know, just
exercises.
Pardon me.
And why they do breathing exercises. I actually read that just taking 6 deep breaths consecutively in a very specific way can already like alter your state of mind and your physiology in that moment. So
Yeah,
breathing is
I
really
felt
important.
it. I felt it happening inside my body, and it just blew my mind on how powerful that was. And I have also read that people with asthma, especially kids, that breathing exercise, you know, stopped the attacks that they would have, asthma attacks. They had much less of those asthma attacks when they started doing breathing exercises. And I thought, why are we not doing this everywhere from a public health standpoint? Because asthma is
free.
so expensive.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's
free.
free.
It's free to do.
Breathing is free.
Yeah,
One
breathing
thing
is free. So what are some of the other products that you guys have that we have about 6 or 7 minutes left in, or you know, whatever you guys want to talk about
We have
that you
so
think
many-
it would be
we have-
important.
We have so many things that we have everything from maca from Peru for
Yeah, tell about maca, because that's good for your sex drive, right?
Well, maca is legendary for good for men, good for women, helps balance hormones.
So maca comes from Peru, just for those who don't know that.
Maca grows
It's a
at the
root.
top of the Andes Mountains.
It's a root vegetable.
3,000 meters high.
It looks like a crazy like carrot root. Like it looks like a bulky
Like a turnip.
Yeah, and it comes in 3 different colors. And actually specifically we sell a regular maca powder that has 3 different types of maca in it. Red maca, yellow maca, and purple maca. And they all have different benefits depending on the color. But we also have a maca for men and a maca for women. So what we've done is looked at the benefits of each color maca, and then we came out with the men's and the women's based on what men and women need differently for hormone balancing and various other things, and skewed the color ratio accordingly.
Oh, that's interesting. I've taken it before, a liquid form, and I really felt it was beneficial. I liked it. I think I can see why people are, you know, something doesn't become popular because it doesn't work.
Well, it's like ashwagandha and turmeric and holy basil. I mean, all the Indian herbs that we sell.
But they're all adaptogens. So that's the key word is.
Yeah, adaptogen. Explain that, Allie or Jerry, the adaptogen. What does that mean?
Well, the word adaptogen means that was actually coined back in the 50s, I think, by a Russian scientist or something for the ability of the body to work with the herb or plant. And it's like ashwagandha is so crazy now to selling like through so many products because it's an adaptogen, but people are taking it for energy, right? You've heard about ashwagandha.
Yeah.
And the Latin name for ashwagandha is Withania somnifera. Somnifera means that which induces sleep. So ashwagandha actually is used in sleep formulas. And yet some people are taking it for energy. So it just shows you how adaptable and how adaptogenic these plants are to work and interface with human physiology.
It
The key with adaptogens is really like, it's like you take this plant or this superfood supplement and it goes into your body and says, what do you need? And then it adapts to whatever it is that you need. So if you're stressed, it's going to help your body cope with stress, whether that's environmental stress or like emotional stress, whatever the case is. If you are sleep deprived, it's going to help you sleep. If you are tired, it's going to give you energy. So all of these things that are just generally known as adaptogens, that's what they're doing, is they're conforming to whatever your body is coping with at that time.
Some work on more deeper levels as well, including liver. Like we sell a Schisandra, which is actually American grown. And Schisandra is one of the most revered herbs in traditional Chinese medicine. And our Schisandra is actually grown on family farm in Massachusetts.
How do you spell that?
Schisandra?
Yeah.
Schizandra.
Okay, I saw that word and I thought it was schizophrenia at first, but now I know it's Schisandra. Okay.
Schisandra is a Chinese herb that's revered in traditional Chinese medicine.
Really?
It's called the five taste fruit because it's got all 5 tastes: sweet, sour, spicy, pungent, astringent. And so it can enter every meridian in the body, and it works very powerfully as an adaptogen
for all the 5 systems.
As a major liver tonic.
Oh, yeah. And like so many people need that too, because fatty liver is such a problem for all these fast food people that are eating these fast foods and pesticides.
Well, fatty liver is a problem also if you eat too much fruit and high carb kind of diet. It all turns into fat around the liver. So the fat around under your skin is not a problem. It's the fat around the internal organs that's the problem. So weird product wise, I mean, it goes. We sell saffron from Kashmir, certified organic. I would say the highest grade on the planet.
I saw that on your website and I was like, whoa, organic saffron.
It is organic saffron from Kashmir, hand plucked. And if you chew 3 or 4 threads, you will go into an altered state that is so relaxed and calm. And saffron is really powerful for mood, for depression, for Alzheimer's, amazing for libido.
Wow.
It's really multi-use.
I didn't know all that about saffron.
Very powerful medicine.
Well, Allie, Jerry, I can't thank you enough. This was great. I had so much fun today learning about all this. And organictraditions.com, everyone. You've got to go check out their website and you've got to get on this program. You want to feel great? Organictraditions.com, everyone. And we'll be back here again. Go check out our Blue Monarch Project next Tuesday, 4 o'clock. Bye.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now